Alright, returning back here. Beware of the enemy's fire attacks, obviously. Should have taken heed to that message a little bit more seriously. Perhaps. Let's let him do his thing. See, all ranged attacks seem to sort of lock onto you a little bit. At least when the computer uses them. I don't know if that applies for us as well when we use projectiles, but... Alright, we got the two major areas out of the way with that can get a hold of us. Oh god. Okay, and I guess that one too. Let's touch our bloodstain. And we get back 3,000 souls. Not too bad. I wouldn't have been completely unhappy with losing those, but I mean, it's always nice to preserve your souls. I've lost much worse than just 3,000 though. Then again, this is very early on in the playthrough, so even 3,000 has some use. But yeah, since we're in soul form now, we do significantly higher amount of damage. We also have half our usual amount of health. Oh no! I am an idiot. Oh, and he died right after too. Great. Alright, death count 3 for those of you who are counting. 3 deaths that count anyways. There was that scripted death, but I mean, that doesn't matter. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. You know, I think a nice aspect about me starting out usually with the Temple Knight is that their default armor actually is resistant against fire, so guys like the Fat Ministers, not as much of a problem. And I still got hit, even though I was going up the stairs. I should have ran faster. God, I just absolutely hate Fat Ministers. I said in the previous episode they're not a huge deal. Well, that is partially true, and they can also be a huge pain in your butt. Either way, got our souls back. That's what mainly matters. Oh god. I'm gonna keep my health up. Don't want to die to him again. Dying once, pretty bad. Dying twice, pretty embarrassing. And dying 3 times, you know what? At that point, I'm just... maybe I should take a break for the day. Especially against a normal enemy like the Fat Minister. I usually don't have that much trouble with these guys, but maybe I've been recording too much. I'm a little bit off on my game. I won't make excuses though. I've made some pretty stupid decisions fighting that guy. Either way, he's dead now. We have made progress, and we shall continue to do so. I believe there's a point where a rock just falls out of nowhere. I don't think we're quite there yet. Take note of these cobwebs, which will start becoming much more frequent in the mines. Ah, there it is. And with it comes one of these dudes. Alright. Let me get around you, please. No, that's not it. There we go. And thank you for doing business with us. Okay. Continuing along, we are actually coming up to the boss very soon here, which is good news. I am kind of sick of this world. I think I may go back to World 1-2 and do that one, because going ahead of ourselves can be a bad thing, but actually World 2 does have a very nice weapon which I would like to get, and I will probably be using for the majority of at least this LP. Good third of it, maybe. It's a fire enchanted sword, and it's very, very useful in its own right. So, what we got back there was the Crisp Blade. The whole purpose of the Crisp Blade, I believe, is to increase your magic. Let me just check it out. Oh, there it is. It's sort of a dagger, or no, it's more of a short sword, I guess. But what it does is it sort of increases our magic. Or the effectiveness of our magic, I think. I don't think it's necessarily the capacity of our magic, but yeah. Anyways, put back the falchion. And I mentioned earlier about different types of damage. whatever. You have to look at like very specific things. Like you can get different descriptions of items. Like if you go into the inventory screen and then you press square, it tells you like different aspects. Like you can get just a description of each item. And then you can get like more specific stuff like physical damage, magical damage, all that stuff. And on top, those 4 little icons, little squares right below the name Crisblade, that shows the different types of damage it can do. So like, say it does piercing damage, then I think that would be, since that's a battle axe, that would be slashing maybe? Or Falchion would be slashing. Now, there's one for piercing, just all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know. I'm the wrong one to ask about that stuff. I don't usually look at the exact specifics of items, so I don't know a lot of that stuff. I have learned a few things from another LPer who LP'd this game. He mentioned some stuff that was new to me regarding some of the weapons, but anyways, I am not the master of stat knowledge, so either check the Demon Souls wiki, which is very good for that stuff, or just ask somebody who knows their nitpicky stuff better than I do. Anyways, we're coming up to the Armor Spider. This is the first boss of the Stonefang Tunnels, and he can be a dangerous adversary, especially with our crap shield. Primarily though, and he just shot us with his cobwebs. Oh god, this is bad. Oh! Hurt. Usually I don't have much trouble with this guy, but since we're playing as a Wanderer class, I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm just hoping that I live through this. That would be nice for me. I'm gonna enchant this with some sticky white stuff. And what he does right there, when he sort of twitches and then he slams himself against the ground, that's pretty much your time to attack. But when he starts using this, this is when you really want to run back, because he does this flame attack that slowly travels down the this long corridor. If you get hit by that, you are dead, pretty much. But yeah, he also has a cobweb attack to slow you down. He has his flame attacks. With my shield, I don't have a lot of resistance to that, so I'm in deep trouble if I get hit by a lot of those. I'm gonna use a full moon grass. There we go. Just try and take down his health bar as quickly as we can, because we don't want to be stuck with this guy for too long an amount of time. Anyways, when he does that cross-arm attack, just defend, because you can't do anything to him at that point. When he does that attack where he sort of staggers himself, though, that's the time to attack. Anyways, let me finish him off before he can get another flamethrower off. The demon was destroyed, so... At least I didn't die against the Armor Spider. I consider that guy a pretty easy boss. He can get you in bad situations, but at least in that case we were able to triumph. So, good stuff. Anyways, we can get some souls back here. Can get some else over here. Unfortunately, as many cobwebs as there are in this world, he's the only spider-related enemy in this entire place. There's no minor spider enemies. I'd like to see some of those. I think there actually are probably some of those in Dark Souls, but we'll see when we come to it. Anyways, I think I may cut this episode a little bit short, just because I have to go take care of some stuff. Sorry this is so short, but it's the way it is. So, I'll go on ahead, I'll level up our stats a little bit, and we'll call it quits, so... Sounds like a plan. Just a 10-minute video. I upload enough 20-minute videos. It's nice to have a break, just a short one. Anyways. So, death count overall would be 4, but
thou seekest soul power, dost thou know?
Actual deaths would be 3.
Then touch the demon inside me.
For those of you keeping track.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna upgrade this to 15. Get endurance up to 15. No, I can only get up to 14, unfortunately. But Vitality, what Vitality does is obviously it increases your health amount and also a little bit your item burden, your physical defense. I think most stats actually upgrade your physical defense to some amount. But anyways, Intelligence allows you to learn spells, which are different from Miracles. If you want Miracles, you want to upgrade Faith more, and each one also increases the effectiveness of each. Endurance increases your stamina bar, which is absolutely vital to have. You know, pretty far along. You want to have a decent amount of stamina so that you can roll around a lot, you can do a lot of attacks, that kind of stuff. That's primarily the use of stamina. Then strength, I think that governs, you know, how much you can, how heavy of a weapon you can carry, you know, if you have the appropriate skill level to use it. Same thing with dexterity. The only other thing with dexterity is you can get safer landings, so you can fall further without taking damage or dying. Although I think there is a set death fall that you can do, like if you fall from a certain distance you always die, it doesn't matter. But there's actually a ring that has that same effect that's a lot more useful if you want to focus on that. Then you have magic power, which I think is just a combination of faith and intelligence. It upgrades just the overall magical ability of whenever you cast spells or miracles. Faith I explained, and then luck is just sort of, you know, drop rate, how often enemies drop stuff, physical defense, of course, with everything has physical defense. And then plague resistance, and this is the only stat that upgrades your plague resistance. So, that's all that stuff. I hope that explains the leveling up system alright. And I guess we'll cut it short now. I'm gonna go repair my stuff, put away some stuff. Next time we will start on 1-2, the Phalanx Archstone. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you've been enjoying it so far, again. And I'll see you whenever I see you.